You. Also, thanks a ton for holding it up for me. By the way, you forgot I'm a member of your crew. I am a member of Juice. You don't remember that fucking poster thing?
Oh yeah, from. Okay, so we're gonna have Mr. Clutch, the Wario, making his valiant return after a really long hiatus, playing Pelca. Mr. Clutch actually surprised us by taking out Shadow today in Wario Dittos, and then I believe he beat Shadow's Falco as well. All right, game one will be on Pokemon Stadium.
Hi guys, Alex right back here on the ones and twos hanging out. Just helping run the tournament and also just commentating a little bit, just give it a little love right now. Probably going to be joined by Adamus if he wants to join. Adamus, you want to join me on commentary, bro? Say happy hello. Thank you. So Adamus, I haven't seen you since KTAR 6. What have you been up to in terms of Smash? Like just practicing or just...
No. I've been settling like a lot of... Can you hear me or not? Is that good?
Yeah. Speak up a little more.
Sorry. I've been studying a lot about what I'm going to do in the future. Like by the end of this month, I'm probably going to be moving to Philadelphia. So I haven't really gotten a chance to play this game as much, or nor do I really want to in that aspect. So I've been playing a lot of League of Legends for the most part.
Well, don't worry. I think every competitive player likes that game. That's actually pretty good. So, who are you going to be going in this tournament today? Is it going to be going straight Falco and Day-to-Day, or just depending on the matchup?
DDD, Falco, and Wario. And if I have to, I'm going to go like Ice Commerce. I'd like to go DDD mostly, but I know I don't know those matchups as much as I used to for other characters. So that whole vlog about me bringing DDD back, it's kind of like a little cop-out. I'm sorry. But yeah.
Hey, it's not your fault. Alright, so Adamus, so as you know, Juice Gaming is actually partnered with Apex on the Apex series. What do you think about that? What do you think about Apex and in terms of just like, you know, Juice Gaming and all that?
Well, Apex in itself is like a really huge deal for the Smash community. It's going to be like the biggest and best tournament we've had so far. And the fact that Juice Gaming is being sponsored with it and all that stuff, and that vVv is being sponsored with it now, it's a huge deal when it comes to like the professionalism of like our game and a lot. I know people might take this game as a joke, and to a certain aspect it can be, but when it comes to like our fan base and our community, that's not a joke.
Yeah, we definitely show like, you know, we basically took a game that's a party game and made it like a competitive format. I mean, no other community really has done that. I mean, Halo was the closest, but Halo kind of had like some groundwork with it, you know, with Team Slayer and Capture the Flag. Um, what are your expectations for like your performance in this tournament and just tournaments and beyond that you'll be able to make?
Well, in terms of this tournament, I don't really feel like I need Meta Knight to be as like a successful player as I am already, because I've proven that before, that I was very successful before Meta Knight. So I don't necessarily feel like this tournament's gonna change my placings in any way. But in terms of like my placings in the future, like as I said, I haven't really been practicing this game at all, and there's only for so long I can ride on like that whole natural talent thing and like reads. There's gonna be like that time where everyone progresses further, and I'm not gonna be able to keep up as much if I'm not playing as much.
Yeah. And speaking of Meta Knight players, who do you think needs to prove their work today? I know people have been talking about Nairo,
The only one here that only plays Meta Knight, which is like Nairo.
Dude, from watching him play, like, have you watched him play with Diddy Kong and Falco?
Like, I feel like Nairo is still a very smart player. Like, he's proven that time and time again. He's taken matches off me in tournament with DK and other characters. But in terms of, like, how much practice he has with all of his other characters, probably nowhere near as much as his Meta Knight. So he's going to be at a little bit of a handicap at this tournament, but that's still not a good enough of an excuse for him not to place as high, because he still understands the basic mechanics of the games. He understands how to be a smart player and all that stuff. He understands how to win.
What is the one thing, like, what do you see in terms of the future of this community if everything, you know, goes as planned in terms of what Juice Gaming is doing in Apex? Like, you know, obviously, you know, we can't control who makes the game. We can only try to influence, but beyond that.
Well, you got to try and be optimistic and hope for the best. Like, nothing's set in stone, because we haven't really had that much experience yet. Like, we've had experience with, like, sponsors such as vVv, but then again, none of us had really actually, none of us had known really what a true sponsor is to us.
Yeah.
So in our opinion, a lot of us might have joked on vVv and all that stuff. Like, it became a little bit of a joke to us, but that's not really that fair, because we didn't really give them a chance. So in that retrospect, if we give Juice Gaming a chance and we re-give vVv a chance, no matter who has slightly bad history of vVv or not, I'm pretty sure the people that do have put it beside them to help like get Apex become this awesome tournament and like to help our community get better. Like the whole retrospect.
What is the one, like, hold on. All right. Today is the 10th of September. And obviously tomorrow is, you know, very healthy, touchy subject for everybody. You know, as gamers, we kind of like sometimes stay in our own worlds. What do you give it? How do you give advice? What's the best advice you can give to somebody who wants to, you know, see other people succeed in life and wants other people to grow, not just as gamers, but as human beings?
After I answer this, I'm going to have to get up.
That's okay.
But to succeed in life and to just be successful in life, I might not be the best example of this with how far I am right now, but I believe it just requires a lot of patience and like the ability to follow like any dreams that you have to the best that you can and try and accomplish them. Because if you don't have motivation to do anything in life, you're not really going to do anything. Or if you try to do something, you're not going to do it to the best of its abilities. So the best way to succeed in life is to just have a goal, you know, like a dream, and just work towards it as long as you can.
Yeah, for some of us, that dream is, you know, going to college and graduating. Some of us, you know, like in my case, 'cause I already graduated. Some of us is to do something with worth, and I hope for the community's sake that Apex is that worth.
Nice.
And again, Adamus, I want to thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate everything.
Thank you.
And, you know, again, guys, support Apex, support Juice Gaming. Juice Gaming is one of the best things to come out of this place, you know. And again, you know, thank you to everybody who's coming. Right now, Pelca's doing a really good job, since we're going to get back to that match. We had a little bit of an interview session. Playing with, I believe that's Mr. Clutch. If you don't remember Mr. Clutch, he was actually old school. I think he's making a comeback, obviously, because he's here. But, you know, his Wario's pretty solid, and obviously Pelca's a really good player. So, I think this matchup's a little bit better for Pelca. I can just see you just wait. I've been watching the match, and if you guys have been watching the match, you've obviously seen that as well. They're on frigates, so that's probably not going to help the Falco. Let's see. Oh, and he gets that F smash and takes the set. Another good job by Pelca, showing why he's one of the best in New England.